So you're struggling to find God. I think my best advice for you is to take everything you know about God, everything that you've been taught about God, and throw it away. Flush it down the toilet. I don't care if it's truth or not truth. I want you to take everything you know about God and just flush it down the toilet. That was the first step I took when I was going to find God, because as you know it, everybody claims to have the truth. So everywhere you turn, everybody is bringing their truth to you. Everybody has their own holy book, and everybody has their own ways, and everybody has the truth. So in my journey trying to find God, I was like, what the hell? Everybody has it. So I'm a little bit confused. I know you exist, but let me throw everything out. And I actually tell people the same thing. Every time I meet somebody that is searching for God, I tell them, okay, do that. Exactly what I told you. Throw everything you know about God out the window and then start searching God on your own. And that has produced amazing results. I talk to people and they tell me about things that I didn't tell them, because I don't like telling people everything, because then my perspective will influence their perspective. Then I have no idea if it's truth. But when they start coming up with the same solutions, when they start coming out with the same things, the same revelations, then I know we're tapped in to the same thing. So I think that's one of the biggest key things that we can do, right? I love reading books. I don't really read too much. I listen to audiobooks, but I'm constantly consuming things, and I love it and I learn a lot. But those are all supplements, and these videos should all be supplements to you finding God and allowing God to show you who He is through you, not everybody else, because our perspective, our cultural background, our upbringing, all those things are going to influence the way we view God. And I don't care what anybody says, that's the way it goes. So as you trace back the origins of any book that you're reading, you have to wonder, where did they get this book knowledge from? Well, they got it from a separate book. Well, where did they get it from? That book and that book and that book. At one point, there was nothing written about a certain subject, but it came in the consciousness of a man. And once it was there, they started to explore it and write it down, and somebody else read it and could explore it. So that's what's good about it. You can take a book and add to it, and it turns into a clearer picture. But if your whole definition of who God is dependent on books only, and that's it, then what is your relationship to God? It's a relationship that is forced through the lens that somebody else gave you. It wasn't your own. And I know people will disagree about that, but it's okay. I see it everywhere. People take what a pastor says or a preacher says or any type of religious leader says, and they take it as truth without ever investigating it for themselves and taking it up to God. That is why there are so many misconceptions here, because everybody's playing a big game of telephone, right? They repeat what the pastor said and they add a little bit of their culture, infuse it in it, and then it changes little by little as it gets passed down and passed down. When we get it directly from the source, it has minimal distortion. Will it have a distortion? Yes, 100%. It will have a distortion, but it's minimal compared when it's passed down from phone to phone to phone to phone and not from the source origin. So I want to encourage you today to drop everything you know about God and just pursue God with an empty slate and allow God to form what He wants to form inside of you.